The culmination of this election season is upon us, and the time has come for America to make its choice. Unfortunately, stressing the importance of voting rights to new generations has been a constant battle.
So there's always things on the ballot that will affect you. Even if you think the bigger ones aren't going to affect you, there's things on the ballot like maybe even a school bond election. So even if you're young right now, those could affect you even in the next, 5 to 10 years to come.
Part of the voter turnout problem, especially among millennials, may be attributed to a lack of education regarding voting procedure, such as how and where to register and vote. Behind me is Smith County's election headquarters in the middle of downtown Tyler, where voters can come to inquire about early voting as well as registration.
You have to be registered, so that's the only condition is you have to be registered to vote in Smith County. And you need to have a photo ID, but if you don't have a photo ID, there's other provisions. You can have your voter registration card, you can have a government check or a utility bill. So there's other things if you don't happen to have that Texas photo ID that you'll be able to use.
Early voting is available and has already begun for the convenience of voters and to mitigate the inevitable long lines on Election Day.
Yes, early voting starts October the 24th and it runs through November the 4th. We're open 12 days straight. We have weekend voting as well. Anybody can early vote. You don't have to have a reason to vote. You could just show up because a lot of people want to get it out of the way and they don't want to wait in a possible line on Election Day.
Another possible contributing factor to low voter turnout, especially among youth, is a lack of faith in the system. Jamie Bitzenhofer, a TJC government professor, has a message for those disenfranchised with the political machine and wondering if their vote really matters.
Yeah, every vote does matter. There have been many, or not many, but there have been several races that have been decided by 1 or 2 votes. As late as in 2008, we actually in Alaska had a race that was determined by 1 single vote. And so if you're going into a close election, your vote absolutely does matter. But even if you're not going into a close election, you have to remember that all of the polling data, all of the ways that we look at elections is determined by who is voting. And so if you want millennials or younger people to have a presence in upcoming elections, people need to turn out and register that presence so people start paying attention to them and their voices in the future.
If you find yourself exhausted by the status quo and wish to change the national conversation, change starts with you. So get out and make your voice heard. I'm Rob King for thedrumbeat.com.